Well, thank you for joining us on a beautiful winter day here in Washington, D.C. My name is Peter Greenberger, and I am publisher of The Hill. I am delighted to welcome you to A More Perfect Union. And I think that the question mark is a nod to some of the challenges that we face as a country in terms of finding unity. The annual State of the Union, scheduled for next week, is a time to take stock of what has been accomplished and what still needs to be done. It's a time for national introspection and to think aspirationally about what America means to all of us. Today's program is our attempt to have a conversation about the ideas and issues that Americans need to deliberate over, to move a polarized nation back to a place of civitas, where differences are built on a foundation of mutual respect. From issues surrounding race and social and economic inequities to education, technology, and civic engagement, we will be exposed to a range of perspectives today in this time of national reflection and goal setting. First, a few quick housekeeping notes. In addition to our audience here at Convene, we're also live streaming on thehill.com. Please keep your phones on silent throughout the program. But we do encourage you to join the conversation on social media. You can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn at The Hill Events, and join the conversation using the hashtag TheHillAMPU. Finally, those of you in the room will receive an electronic survey following the event, asking you for your opinions and your constructive suggestions. Please do fill that out. We're always looking for ways to make these events more engaging and dynamic. Before we begin, I want to say a special thank you to our underwriters today: Philip Morris International, Burson, Cohn, Wolfe, No Labels, and the Governor's Wood Foundation. We are grateful for their support for this independent editorial program. Now, please join me in welcoming Marian Salzman, Senior Vice President of Global Communications with Philip Morris International, for brief remarks. Marian.
First of all, thank you very much for having us. I just have a few things to say, and I'm really grateful to be allowed to speak as quickly as I speak, because finally I'm standing in front of an American audience. Look, great societies do not always agree, but what makes them great is how they debate, the way they figure out a way forward. We at Philip Morris International welcome a 21st century debate about what can make this century one of opportunity, of innovation, and of better choices. It's a debate that puts people at the center of both the challenge and the solution. And we firmly believe it must be done with civility and with respect for rights and responsibilities. And that's rights and responsibilities of companies, of consumers, of regulators, and of reformers. We at PMI are working hard to be part of a constructive component of civil society, and that includes civilized conversations about ways that everyone can make the world a better place. Everyone can play a role for a better future. This kind of conversation today is in line with what we call Unsmoke, which is our vision to bring information about better alternatives to the more than 40 million US adults who smoke and who should know about better alternatives. It may strike you as odd as the senior spokesperson for Philip Morris International, but I am a never smoker who believes that people have the right to the best possible information. It's also about people who love those who smoke, people like me, people like you, and we're happy to be here today to support dialogue, to support conversation. As an American traded companies whose roots are very much here, whose future is very much aligned with yours, from PMI and from all of us, thank you to The Hill, thank you to our fellow underwriting organizations, and thank you all for being willing to enter into a collaboration with us. We do not need to agree. We simply need to be civilized in our conversation. Thank you.